Take a look at this really easy defense and escape for a standing rear naked choke.
That's what's closing off the blood, okay? So I need to be able to change the angle of the choke so that it's not squeezing me, okay? So with this arm over my neck, this is the arm I'm gonna raise up.
This is a really important detail. You need to be able to identify without seeing which arm is going around your neck, what arm they're basically choking you with.
I'm gonna lift this hand up, okay? Now what I'm gonna do with my hand is I'm gonna swing my hand low to the ground. So when I swing my hand, I wanna kind of imagine that my fingertips are grazing the ground, okay? So I do this. I swing my hand and I swing it behind me.
So that's really important that I'm basically kind of reaching for the ground when I swing. What it helps to do is it helps to actually free my shoulder so that I can actually get around his body instead of running into his body.
So that my hand goes past him. You guys see that? And now what have I done? I've brought him in front of me. He's no longer behind me, okay? So I've used my arm to basically bring him in front of me. And the nice thing about this too is that now I have basically a body lock or two arms around the waist, okay? What's important about this technique when I do this is I don't try to turn.
So that's super important. Not turning, which is what most people's natural reaction is. Look what happens when I try to turn and face him.
Okay? Look what happens when I try to turn, guys. So grab me. Okay. If I turn into him, my shoulder pushes him. You see how my shoulder gets caught? Okay. So what I need to do is I actually need to make my shoulder slip past him. If I actually try to turn, which a lot of times...
So that was the important detail, is actually swinging my hand towards the ground instead of trying to turn around and face him. Swinging my hand towards the ground allows my shoulder to slip past and allows me to reach towards the other side of his body and bring him in front of me.
What happens is someone grabs you, you try to turn to see who it is or turn to face him, and you see how I just push him past me? So...
That choke was getting pretty deep and pretty tight there, so that's why I had to tap.
Out. Right? So if I just try to turn into him, my shoulder gets caught on his body. Okay? So I need to make sure my shoulder slips past him. So
that's why I lift my arm up over my head, and it gives me the ability to do a big swinging motion with my arm. I'm going to swing my hand as hard as I can towards the ground and try to reach around his body so that I can bring him in front of me.
Here's my hand, and my hand whips along the ground.
Look how easy it slid past him towards the other side. Okay. And now,
so you shouldn't feel your shoulder.
I brought him in front of me.
So don't squeeze me, but kind of pull me tight to your body. Yes, exactly. Because normally when someone comes up and grabs you, they're going to squeeze tight, right? I'm going to show you guys how to do this with the...
So basically what I've done is I brought him in front of me and I end up with a body lock. So super easy way to be able to get out of a standing rear naked choke.